Here I am on a cool Saturday afternoon in West Roxbury. I'm in front of the community center and I'm showing people this little sign that I'm displaying to them to ask them what they think about our button,
I don't even know if she's coming today.
the picture of which is here, which says, "Let's remove the rich from power, have real, not fake democracy, with no rich and no poor." This reflection gives an idea of what I look like.
I'm all for removing the rich from power, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, most people feel the same way.
Yeah.
What if you saw lots and lots and lots of people saying that's what they wanted to do? Would that make you feel more optimistic?
No. It's not going to change. Unfortunately.
Even if you saw what if you saw a majority of Americans saying, "Yeah, we should do that"?
I think we've known the majority of Americans have wanted that for a while. It doesn't change it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay, so tell me what you think about it.
Well, I think that just someone who happens to have money should not necessarily become powerful just because they have money.
Okay, you know that if you have $1 billion, you are powerful just because you have money.
Because money is power.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I think I'm trying to interpret the meaning of the phrase, "Let's remove the rich from power." Does that mean let's remove the money from the rich?
And actually, what I believe is that we should have a society that isn't even based on money. It's where there's no rich and no poor, where people, it's based on sharing economically from each according to ability, to each according to need. And you know what? Probably you're thinking, oh, that's what Karl Marx said. But Karl Marx mentioned that phrase in order to argue that society could not be based on that principle until far, 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 far in the future, beyond your great-great-grandchildren even. Whereas in Spain, 1936 to 1939, in half of Spain, society was based pretty much on that principle.
So it might be possible today.
Yeah, it might be. This is, I'm taking a video to let people say if they think that we ought to have a society with removing the rich from power, no rich and no poor, and real, not fake democracy. Do you agree with that?
Well, maybe it means a society where money does not equal power.
Well, since if money really is money, in the sense that it's something that you can buy things with, then money will equal power. I mean,
So it's a society with no money.
That's what I'm advocating on the webpage, which I can give you the button with the webpage on it. Would you like it?
PDRBoston.org.
Yeah, here's the button.
Well, I shall take a look.
Yeah. So just for the record, would you like to live in a society with no rich and no poor?
It would be a very different society.
Yes.
And it would be more pleasant for the majority of people who are poor.
Yeah, well, yeah, who wouldn't be
Who wouldn't
the
be
poorest?
poor.
Yeah. Let me ask you, if you saw, unlike today, if you saw lots and lots of people, most people, expressing the desire to make society this way, would that make you feel a little more hopeful that maybe it could happen?
That is a good question. If more people wanted a totally egalitarian society.
What if like, 75-80% of the people were clearly saying that's what they wanted? Would that make you feel a little bit more hopeful that maybe we could make it so?
I think if that kind of majority wanted to make it happen, then it would happen.
See, the reason I'm making this video is to let people see that that is in fact the case. The reason people don't know they're in the majority in thinking the way you're thinking is not because they're not in the majority. It's because the mass media, controlled by the rich, don't want people to know they're in the majority. So you never hear anybody like you saying just on the mass media, and that includes the leftist alternative media also. They just don't, because they're controlled by the same people, they just don't display ordinary people expressing these egalitarian revolutionary ideas, because they don't want people to know that they're not alone in having them. They want people to be so hopeless and feel so all alone that it doesn't matter if they don't like the rich. They're neutralized by hopelessness. So we're trying.
Mass media is not a true connector. They're pushing their own agenda and not helping people connect.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm making this video. There's a lot of other videos from other neighborhoods that are on the webpage, and that's on the button I gave you, pdrboston.org. So you know, you can. One of them is from West Roxbury that I made last week. Then there's some from Brighton and Roslindale, and I'm making other neighborhoods in the future.
I shall take a look.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.